Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy Steeler, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Inside the Mind series here on my YouTube channel. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Inside the Mind series, as you can see, this video is going to be pretty long, so hopefully you have your drinks ready to go and you have a snack with you, because this is going to be a pretty long video. Because what we do in these videos is I break down a full game of John Madden football for you guys in great detail. I basically go through each play on both offense and defense and let you guys know what is happening inside my mind at the time of me playing the game. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to be taking a look back at a seasons game that I played about a week ago against a user running the U-Trips formation. You can find this in the Patriots playbook or the Raiders playbook, the gun Y-off trips. It is one of the most annoying offenses to face in this game because it is a very good offense in this game when ran properly. It definitely screws up man and zone coverage if ran effectively, and as you guys can see, it did definitely mess me up a lot in this game, but I was also able to put this formation in a snuggie. If you'll see in the gameplay that I was able to go ahead and do, I think, a pretty serviceable job against this formation throughout the entirety of this game. Now, before I get into it, I'm going to show you guys what my MUT squad is looking like, and by the time you guys see this on Thursday the 18th, golden tickets will be out in the game. So this is literally, I'm recording this the day before golden tickets come out. This is what my roster has looked like for probably about the last week or two. I made just some slight changes, but as you guys know, I think it was last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago already now, that EA went ahead and dropped the AP update change for both offense and defense. We basically got our AP cut in half, which ultimately doesn't really feel as different as people had thought, but that's a debate for another time. Regardless though, 6 AP on both sides of the ball. Let's show you guys what I'm rocking with pre-golden tickets. This is literally going to change a bunch.
He can't keep getting away with it!
In the next 24 hours. And my next YouTube video, which will be golden ticket gameplay, I will update the roster once again for you guys so that you know exactly what's going on both sides of the ball. So here we go. Let's take a look at what the MUT squad is looking like as of now. As you can see, the coin stack is pretty good. The training stack is pretty good. I am ready to go for golden tickets. Now, once again, my bold prediction for these golden tickets, they're going to be very, very expensive. Probably around 2 to 3 million coins per player. That's just my opening estimation of what these players are going to cost. They're going to be stupid expensive because they're all going to get 0 AP ability buckets, which makes them automatically the best cards in the game. Regardless of theme team, regardless of position, they are the best. And I like to think that I have the best team constructed here for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take down my ugly face so that way you can see the team in its purity. And we start off with the most important position on the field. It is this man right here, Aaron Rodgers. In my opinion, this is the quarterback you all should be running because he gets this stack of abilities, the best stack, the quad god stack, if you were to call it a name, of Fearless, Gunslinger, Power Master, and Set Feet Lead, all for a combined 2 AP. It is absolutely insane, especially with the AP update, how much value is in Aaron Rodgers. Now, I will say that he is just about like any other quarterback in terms of, the gameplay goes. He will overthrow the ball a lot on you, but he'll also throw absolute piss missiles as well. This is the best card in the game, honestly, especially since that AP change came out. I feel like he's a non-negotiable QB1 for you, even if you are, even if you like running Slinger 3 as a release, having Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback right now, I think it's just the way to go. I mean, it just has to be, especially with your AP literally getting cut in half on offense. So that is who we are rocking. I picked him up the weekend he came out. The weekend of the draft. So Aaron Rodgers going to be my quarterback moving forward until they come out with another quarterback that is equal to or even better than Aaron Rodgers. He will be my quarterback for the time being. At running back, I'm still rocking Gus the Bus. Gus Edwards is running back 1 for me. He's still the best in the game, in my opinion, because he does get 2 0 AP ability buckets here with the backfield master for 0 AP and the bruiser that we've been trying on him for 0 AP. Bruiser is very good when it is used right, definitely truck the piss out of defenders, and you can also stiff arm the piss out of defenders as well with Bruiser. I had goal line back on him for the longest time, but we went ahead and then, that doesn't really matter a whole lot with secure protectors everywhere. We went ahead and put Bruiser on him. Now, I could probably guarantee you that he probably won't be running back for very long, especially with the golden tickets coming out. We'll probably get golden tickets that are legend chem running backs that are going to get 2-0 AP abilities. So Gus might not be the running back for very much longer here on the squad, but for the time being, he's still going to be I'm still going to be rocking with him. At receivers, I have Harold Carmichael and Calvin Johnson still, and then we re-picked back up C.D. Lamb because he's the only receiver in the game for now that gets short in and short out elite for 0 AP. He's like a 1,000,000% non-negotiable item as well. Getting that stack of abilities for 0 is absolutely insane. And then we still have Megatron and Carmichael. I'm spending 2 of my AP on these guys because we have Route Tech and short out elite on both of them, and they are both still monsters. Probably thinking to yourself, where's Randy Moss? I'm not a fan of Randy Moss. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I had him before, he wasn't that great. We might pick him back up again, but with golden tickets coming out, I don't think it's gonna be necessary to pick Randy Moss back up. So rocking out with these guys until we see a golden ticket receiver come out that's equal to or better than these guys. I just love Harold Carmichael. I love Megatron. Megatron is free too. It's every team chem plus ×2 legend chem. Best receivers in the game right here, in my opinion, are these 3. Obviously, you could have Moss up there as well. At tight end, Tony Gonzalez, still the best in the game. Short in elite with red zone threat on him, and he is an absolute monster. On the offensive line has kind of changed a bit over the course of the last couple of weeks. I've moved around a lot of places, moved in a lot of new faces, starting off first with our tackles. Kicked Coach Madden back over to right tackle. We picked up Orlando Pace, who just came out this past weekend because he gets secure protector for 0 AP. This Peter Skoronski card, the Titans first round pick. We're using him at guard, left guard specifically, also with free secure protector. Cam Jordan, this was a free card that you got for basically just grinding the game. 97 overall, right guard, part of the back guard ballers promo, and he's really good. Secure protector for 1, and then identifier for 0. Here's what we got him here. He's really fast. He's 95 speed with 99 acceleration. Now, I definitely would still use Chris Lindstrom there, but he doesn't get identifier and secure protector for 1. He gets identifier, or he gets secure and nasty streak for 1. So that's why I'm using Cameron Jordan over that Chris Lindstrom item. And then at center, we had Grady Jarrett, who is a defensive tackle, as you guys know, for the Atlanta Falcons. And he's probably the best center in the game. He gets threat detector and secure protector for only 1 AP. And also, he's extremely athletic. 96 speed, 99 acceleration at center is pretty good. He's 6 foot though. He's kind of, that's pretty small for an offensive lineman. But he packs a heavy punch. He weighs over 300 pounds. So he's pretty solid. I had Larry Allen on his team, but I was able to offload him for about like 1.8 million coins. So that was a big time gain back there from purchasing a luxury item like that. So that is going back into potentially picking up golden ticket items. So that is the offense. 2 of my AP spent on my quarterback, 2 AP on my receivers, and 2 AP on my offensive line. I think pretty even right there. A third, and a third there on each of the most important positions on offense: quarterback, skill positions, and the trenches. So that is the offense. If you guys have any questions about ability setups that I have on either side of the ball, let me know down in the comment section below. Moving on then to the defense, where we had to make the most adjustments, the most changes to was here on the defense. But honestly, I think the defense is going to get a lot better when we add a certain card that we do not have on the team quite yet. We'll start off first with our front 7. Luckily, nothing changed here. We don't use any AP. We just use free abilities on our front 7 items. Currently, as we speak, the cards that do play the most for me are these 3 right here: Kevin Carter, Jason Witten, D tackle, and Michael Strahan. These are my 3 down linemen. They each get Tackle Supreme for free and Secure Tackler. I got Tackle Supreme on Kevin Carter and Michael Strahan, and then Secure Tackler on Jason Witten. Tackle Supreme and Secure Tackler are amazing, but with the amount of tackle battles that have been happening as of late, it's kind of unfortunate that this the ability gets trumped by that. But I mean, it's whatever. it is nice to have these, especially against the runners that I face. Running dollar as a defense, you face the runners, and having these guys on here is pretty nice because they can fluke their way into giving you like a 2 or 3 yard loss just because they have the tackling ability. So it's better than having the pass rushing abilities because everyone has skill protectors now. Those pass rushing abilities are basically, they've been a non-factor pretty much like all year except for AKAs. So my linebackers here, these guys, none of these guys really see the field at all. LT, Youngblood. If I'm facing a passer, then we maybe put these guys in, but I'm actually thinking about going ahead and picking back up pick artists here. Rod Martin and Micah Parsons. Those 2 guards, I might pick those guys back up because they get the free pick artists, and I might be running those guys at DNs when I'm facing someone who passes the ball a lot. So that way we can potentially fluke our way into getting a pick 6 or a D-line tip pick with pick artists for free. So that is a change we could make here. We'll wait and see how the market plays out tomorrow, and then we'll make that decision. Once again, get your crushers and enforcers, as many free ones as you possibly can, on your field at the middle linebacker 2, left outside linebacker 2, and right outside linebacker 2. I've got Junior Seau, Singletary, and Ray Lewis. These guys have been here forever, all with crusher/enforcer. They're on your special teams. They can help you cause turnovers, create fumbles, and stuff for free. So get them on your roster, get them on your field, specifically at these positions. All right, moving on then to the bread and butter of the defense, the skill positions, the secondary. Starting off first here with our corners. Deion Sanders will be receiving an AP back on him once I get a certain card. And that certain card that I was talking about earlier, is the new Comp Pass 98 overall Joey Porter Jr., baby. Yes, the Steeler himself, following in his dad's footsteps, playing with the best organization in professional football, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got himself a pretty geeked card as part of the competitive field pass that they dropped this week, and I'll explain more why the card is great and is insane, is amazing. That's why I'm trying to get the card as soon as I possibly can here in just a second. But Deion Sanders here, this is also just a non-negotiable item for me. He obviously gets the pick artist built in for 0, acrobat build for 0 as well. I mean, you could run mid-zone KO, medium route KO on him for free if you wanted to. This card is absolutely amazing. Now, once we get that Joey Porter item back, we'll probably go ahead and we'll put back deep out zone KO on him, because that will free up 1 AP there. At the other corner, I have got Richard Sherman. These are my 2 outside corners. Sherman on the left and then Deion on the right. And then we have this man right here, Anquan Boldin. Part of the Backyard Ballers promo came out last week. He plays strong safety for me in my dollar scheme. The reason why we picked this card up is, there you can see, doesn't really need much of a rating there. 1 step ahead for 0 AP. Absolutely insane card. Obviously, if you're a dollar runner, you have this card on your field as well. Absolutely insane that they dropped this. Now they also gave him an X Factor ability as well, but this is total crap. This sucks. Shut down. Yeah, don't use that. Highly recommend not using that. We have 1 step ahead on him here. We're using it over pick artist. We're not using pick artist on this card. And it honestly hasn't made him better or worse. We've got short route KO and deep route KO on him as well, for a total of 2 AP. So I've got 1 step ahead, and then I've got 2 knockout abilities on Mr. Anquan Boldin, who, yes, is originally a receiver, but because Mutt is weird and Mutt is strange, it gave him a cornerback item. So I'm spending 2 AP on him, 1 AP on Sherman. The other AP I'm spending, as you can see here visually on my screen here, is being used on Isaiah Polamau, the free Team Diamond solo challenge reward card that you got for just literally doing solo challenges. And yeah, this card is still amazing. I would, if you are using him words are hard. If you are using him as your user, you're doing him a disservice, because this card is just way too good to be used as a user. Definitely use him in coverage, which is what I do. He plays free safety for me. He's playing in coverage most of the time because he has such high play rec. 98 play rec is pretty insane. I think it's one of the best in the game. It's one of the highest play rec ratings in the game. So That's 4 of the AP that we are spending. Where's the other 2 AP that we are spending? Sean? Steeler? Where are we spending that at? We are spending it on Mr. Chad Ocho Cinco. Free safety. Part of the Backyard Ballers promo as well. Now, this ability right here. This ability is the best ability in the game on defense. It is because it's a very broad definition there. Universal coverage, improved coverage, and catch knockouts in man and zone. What this means is he has every man and zone knockout ability combined with one step ahead, all wrapped up into this ability. So he has every man and zone KO plus inside shade, outside shade. Damn! 2 AP. So if he touches you.
What do you mean by that?
If he even breathes down your neck, you are dropping the ball. Now I man him up all the time. Every single play, he's manned up to somebody. So whether my opponent's running a short route, medium route, or deep route, if Chad Johnson gets his hands on you, you're dropping the ball. Now, I will preface this by saying he is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. He does dumb out a lot. Like he just completely dumbs out, doesn't know I don't know what he's doing. It's like a chicken with a head cut off sometimes. Like I'm just kind of baffled whether he's either really good or sometimes he is really, really bad. And that is the risk you were willing to take with using this card. But Joey Porter, back to Joey Porter here. Joey Porter Jr. gets this ability for 1 AP. So yeah, that Joey Porter card is like is going to be an essential item on my team because he's going to be Chad Johnson as well, but for 1 less AP, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, we have universal coverage. I'm very shocked they put this as an ability. What is an X Factor is now an ability. 2 AP here, plus we have pick artist on him. So yeah, this card is very, very in game for me. It'll be very interesting to see if they come out with any other more universal coverage players. If they do, that's great. If they don't, at least we got 2 of them. Yeah, so that's my other 2 AP being spent is on Chad Johnson. So once we get Joey Porter, Anquan Bolden will probably, I'm not sure if we'll get rid of him entirely. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But then I'll put the 1 AP back onto Deion Sanders, giving him either, deep route KO for 1 or maybe even not deep route, but deep out zone KO for 1, or maybe even short route KO for 1. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We gotta acquire Joey Porter first, which is probably gonna take about another few days. So, anyways, that is pretty much the team. I'm using my AP on the special teams here on Greg Zuerlein. This is the best kicker in the game. No questions asked. Back here, I hide Ty Law and Chris Carter. These are my slot corner blitzers at $1, and the reason why is because they have secure tackler for 0 AP, and it is absolutely phenomenal. And then I have gone back to using Tariq Woolen. This free safety Tariq Woolen card is absolutely cracked, absolutely goated. I love this card. He is still, in my opinion, arguably one of the best users in the game. 99 speed, 6'4", but he feels so good.
What did he say?
When you use him, like he feels slithery. He's like a snake. The change of direction, he just feels agile. Everything about this card just screams perfect user, especially compared to Ryan Neal. I had him previously before Woolen, and he felt like a tugboat trying to use her. Now this Tariq Woolen is the exact opposite, and yeah, he can't really tackle, but he can just cover so much ground and 6'4" and just like feels like a bat out of hell user, and honestly, compared to Ryan Neal. So Tariq Woolen is here to stay. I think he's gonna be my user until we get someone different that maybe a golden ticket comes out that gets pick artist and crusher for 0 and feels just as good. But Tariq Woolen is gonna be my user for the time being. And that is pretty much it for the roster. Once again, any questions ability wise, player wise, leave them down below. Obviously, this is going to be much different. Literally minutes after you watch this video, this team will change. It'll probably change before this video even goes live because of golden tickets dropping tomorrow. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get things going with Inside the Mind, episode number 3. All right, so here we go. It is time to break down this game of all Madden head-to-head seasons against my man, All of Ace 125, the U-Trips Demon. Now, this is my Super Bowl game of all Madden head-to-head seasons, so a lot of pressure on me here to get the dub, get these trophy packs, get my training count up, get my coin stack up in anticipation of these golden tickets. Now, a lot of people, a lot of sweats have been playing this game, doing the same thing as me, trying to get their training up, trying to get their coins up to get these golden tickets. So you'll play noobs in your regular season. Maybe you'll have one sweaty game or two, and then you'll play your playoffs, and they're all sweaty games, especially in this Super Bowl game right here. So let's go ahead and let's get things rolling, shall we? He's going to be getting the ball first, which I like. I do not like getting the ball first. I feel like I reveal a lot of my strategy that way. So that's just my personal feeling. What do you like? Do you like getting the ball first, or do you like kicking and playing defense first? So here we go. We're setting up my audibles, changing around players and such. In the dollar, we're still rocking dollar. I'm not changing out of it, despite it being the most YouTube scheme ever, right? There's a lot of strategy that goes into this. So here we go. I'm going to tell you guys basically what I like to do just about every play against U-Trip. So we'll go ahead. I'll fast forward here just a little bit. And so on the right side of your screen, you will see that I have backed off my B corner, because when he originally comes out, and I have my dollar set to baseline, you could originally see there, you can see my B receiver, my B cornerback, which is Deion Sanders, is all the way on the inside. He's like 4 or 5 yards on the inside of Calvin Johnson here, who he has on the outside. And I don't really like that, because he could just lob it up and potentially score. And since I don't have a knockout ability on Deion, Megatron's going to catch it. So I always try to back off that cornerback, which I did. Now, as you can see, I went ahead and I shifted over my linebackers to the right, so to the trips side of the formation. I do this when the trips are to the right or to the left. What I basically do here is I pretty much try to nullify this entire side of the field with a certain adjustment, and that adjustment is manning up my outside linebacker here, which is Chad Johnson, who has that universal coverage ability, X Factor ability, whatever you want to call it. Amazing. I man him up to the slot receiver, and then I man up the tight end here I man up my safety, which is Anquan Bolden. I'm pretty sure at this time. I'm pretty sure I had Anquan Bolden this time. I man him up to the tight end. Now, I've been manning him up because I don't have a zone knockout on him. What I originally would do is I would put him in an inside quarter. I would also outside quarter Deion Sanders. What this adjustment does, and shout out to Zan for this adjustment, this adjustment right here basically turns off all the abilities of these of all three of these receivers, because you're basically playing match coverage on, and for some reason it just turns the abilities off. But it's essentially manning up. So I man up instead of quartering here. But I always man up my right of screen or left of screen linebacker to the slot corner. This is also what I do against regular trips formations as well. But the thing with U-Trips is motion. U-Trips players will motion the piss out of pretty much every single play, and you will see that right off the bat, he uses motion, and this makes me, I have to change pretty much everything on the right side of the field, okay? Now this is where U-Trips becomes just such a headache, is when they motion. And when they motion every play, you're SOL unless you know how to adjust on the fly. So there he goes. He motions in his receiver to block, which in turn, he basically screws himself in one sense, where now the tight end is basically double teamed. Or no, actually, I screwed myself, because his man, Chad Johnson's man, was motioned in. So now he's not guarding anyone. He's a spy. That's how good motion is. It turns your man coverage into a spy. But then right here, he just throws a block on the first play of the game. And this time I had Ryan Neal, and boom, just like that, we're inside the red zone at the 11-yard line. We're cooking with gas. So we'll take a look at that one more time. Right here, he only has 3 routes on the field, and he just makes a bad read. He tries to fit that in there to Calvin Johnson on a post route, it looked like. And we were able to lurk that pretty easily with Ryan Neal, and boom, just like that. In one play, we get the ball in our possession. Now, right here, we're in the red zone, right? And what do we know about the red zone? It's a dead zone. Scoring down here has been so difficult for however many Maddens before this. Madden 22, 21, 20, 19, and especially here. It's just so damn difficult to score inside the red zone. And when you get down inside the 10, it gets even harder. So here we are, we're on offense. We're just going to quick set my favorite play, wide trail, and I throw some blind shit. Yeah, I'm going to mute myself, because you guys don't want to hear me. But yeah, I throw a pick right back at him. So we basically just nullify. We wash. That was a wash, and we basically restart the game all over again. Huge missed opportunity, obviously, right there to cash in on his mistake and potentially even make him quit the game. Because a lot of players that throw interception right away in a game and then proceed to give up points might just call it a day. They might just pack it in. But now, because I was blind and threw right at his user, we're in for a sweat fest. And now we're basically back to square one here. So I set up my defensive adjustments. Here he goes. He motion blocks again. And now Chad Johnson is basically just doing nothing. There you can see Chad Johnson roaming the middle of the field. Anquan Bolden there breaks it up though. That's having that deep route KO is so nice. Plus the one step ahead is his route ability is nullified there. There is, he's 0 for 2 so far. So we make our adjustments. You see that Richard Sherman on the left, there's a reason why he went in on CeeDee Lamb. I manned him up and then put him in an outside third, and I'll explain why that adjustment is so good. There you can see he tries to ag again with Dalton Schultz on Anquan Bolden, but he ain't having none of that. Now watch over on the left with CeeDee Lamb and Richard Sherman. Sherman is pressing the ever-living hell out of him. And that's what happens when you put an outside third on a solo receiver that runs a vertical route. Now you can see he pressed them, but the route cut still happened because I don't have any I don't have any inside shades or anything or one step aheads on the left. So he's still going to get open, but he's just not going to get open in a timely manner. And there you can see we've held my guy to 0 of 3 so far, and he's sort of picked. So also he's using Tua. Okay, this was post AP update, by the way, so we are playing on the 6 AP. Here we go, 3rd and 10. There's my adjustments here. I am scissor adjusting on the left, just in case he goes 5 out. But obviously, right here, my main priority is trying to help out with CeeDee Lamb, or if the running back goes out, basically working from left over to right. So this is what I like to do a lot against trips, against U-trips, is this adjustment right here. Obviously, once they motion, which they do, which he does right here, things got to change. Stuff has to change, and there you can see, put Richard Sherman in outside third instead of having him manned up, and then I had to make other adjustments as well. Literally on the fly, he gets Gronk open, wide open, on a simple out route for 15 yards. So you can see motions over. You can see I had to change since he motioned over Calvin Johnson. I can't have Dion in an outside quarter. I got to put him in a third. Put Richard Sherman in a third, and Chad Johnson Anquan Bolden was on some do hockey right there, and he takes a simple out route for 14 yards. Picks up his first down of the game. So, went a little bit too far. Here we go. 1st and 10 once again, making our adjustments, yada, yada, yada. This time he motions over Jimmy Smith. This time he doesn't motion him all the way over. I still have him manned up. I should have stayed with the running back there since I knew I didn't man him up. And he gains about 10 yards there. Brings up 2nd and inches. Right here, throws it to Megatron. Luckily, Dion was able to break it up. As you can see, I did not back off Dion this time, and he took a shot because of that. And luckily, Dion was able to stay pretty attached to Megatron's hip. And it's 3rd down and inches right here. He motions and just picks up the 1st down. So he is moving down the field here rather easily. 1st and 10. He doesn't do any motioning this time right there. Anquan Bolden breaks that up. Once again, I got short route KO, deep route KO. So anything under 10 yards and he gets his hands on you, he'll knock it out. And then anything over 20 yards, he'll knock it out as well. I don't use medium route KO on him because it's just the easiest one to avoid with all the swerve catching and everything that you can, the swerve ag catching that you can do to avoid knockouts. So that's why I don't use medium route KO. Right here, I make all the adjustments I want to. A good thing about playing a good U-Trips users is that they will make a lot of hot routes. And that gives you a lot of time to make your adjustments on defense. There is a good side to playing U-Trips players because you know you're not going to get quick snapped every single play unless you're playing a shitty U-Trips player. But if you're playing a good player like this, you know you're going to have enough time to adjust. So there's a give and take with playing U-Trips players. It's annoying, but hey, you'll be able to get all your adjustments off. And right here, we do a really good job of bagging. CeeDee Lamb was open there late. My user, I was just kind of patrolling the middle of the field here as he motioned Jimmy Smith. This is a very popular route combo. There's 2 posts, a slant and a zig. Luckily, the pressure was able to get there in time. And it's 3rd and long. I feel pretty comfortable right now against U-Trips. I'm not going to lie. You can see he forces it to Dalton Schultz. Fortunately, Anquan Bolden got beat. My user was just a tad bit slow able to fit that in there. 4th down and 9 here at midfield. See what we're gonna see. What is he gonna cook up? What is he gonna cook up? Pretty solid adjustments right there. You can see blitz off the right. He's got a wide open pass, and boom. That was if I had medium route KO, or no, that was Chad Johnson. Okay, why? I don't know why Chad did not. I don't know why his ability didn't work there. That should have been a knockout, right? He's literally got every knockout, and you can see you can't really see my face, but I was kind of complaining like, what the hell? There should have been I should have been a knockout. I should have the ball right now, but that's the inconsistency of Chad Johnson on display right there. He'll work for you a lot of plays, but then there'll be some plays you'll scratch your head and be like, what the hell? Why did you not work? All right, this time he motions over Calvin Johnson, and right there he tries to throw a freeform wheel route. This has been a big bug in the game for a long time, is when you freeform a wheel route like this, that's going to happen. They're just going to drop the ball, and it's going to be an incompletion. And you'll see that is going to come back to haunt this guy maybe once or twice more in this game. Is that specifically. So big break for me as he now audibles to trips tight end. So this is something that a lot of U-Trips players will do, not a whole lot of them. And right here, there's kind of some random adjustments, manning up zones and whatnot. He runs the ball there, which if you're going to audible the trips tight end, why are you running the ball like that? That just makes no sense. Right here, he audibles over again to trips tight end. I set up my defense. Now, the big problem is here, since you audible to a different formation, you can't back off any of your players. So I can't back off Richard Sherman. I can't back off Dion. I can't back off anyone. It's weird. It's dumb. I hate it. And it's a big reason why audibling around is so good. Because that happens. Right here, he motions over CeeDee Lamb. Has a lot of time to throw. He checks it down to Anquan Bolden for only a yard. Not a really good route combination by him right there. And it brings up yet another 4th down. So we're making my man work here. We are making him work for these yards. As you can see here, I feel like I have pretty damn good lockdown defense right here. Obviously, my main focus is to probably guard Calvin Johnson. Right here, he motions again. We bag, and Anquan Bolden. Gross. And that was who I had to guard right there, was Anquan Bolden. And for some reason, I just stuck to Dalton Schultz. He had plenty of time to throw, and he scores. So I felt like I had him pretty bagged, but he made the right plays at the right time, and he's up 7-0. There you can see 14 plays, 81 yards, very methodical, long drive, which this is what U-Chips users are. They take up a lot of clock. They take up a lot of plays. They may not be the prettiest, but they are very effective. So fast forward here, my second drive here on offense. As he's running the dollar, you can see we run a simple little out route to Tony G. Tony G's a beast, just throwing bitches out of the way. We pick up about 12, 13 yards there, and that is the end of the first quarter, just like that. 1st and 10, we audible to tight flex. This time he does not blitz, and oh my God, yes, that was big. Yeah, Deion Sanders is insane. Acrobat, when it works, is ridiculous. Right here, yeah, I should have waited. The post route, I think, was going to be open. Very frustrating. 3 plays, and I've turned the ball over twice. Pretty deflating, pretty demoralizing. Now we got to get a stop here. He's essentially in field goal range, the 42-yard line. That's more than enough for field goal range. So we got to get a stop. Simple as that. So he motions over Calvin Johnson here, and there you can see the second time that wheel route has come to hurt him. Really sucks that that's a thing. He probably would have been out, honestly, twice if he was able to complete that pass. But yeah, right here. Motions over Jimmy Smith. He was going to have Anquan Bolden again. He tries to ag me with Calvin Johnson instead. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking right there. 3rd and 10 though. 3rd and 10. Huge play right here. Got to get him off the field. Got to get a stop here. Obviously holding him to 3 would be nice, but if you can get a stop, that's great. Right here you see, anytime you see the name pop up underneath the receiver, that means they are most likely going to motion him. Right here, he motions Calvin Johnson in the block. Pretty good defense there. I covered Anquan Bolden this time. Beautiful defense, and we get the sack with Ty Law. And we knock him out of field goal range as a result of that. So we get the ball back. Once again, here we go. 3rd possession. Will I turn the ball over in as many possessions? Let's find out and see. Right here, just to, get some yards. Just to get some freaking yards. I run a draw. Draw is very, very good at a bunch offset. I am in the Rams playbook, and draw is the only run in bunch offset. And it's pretty good when the blocking is right and you're facing a 3-down set, or 3-down lineman set, I should say. So yeah, I go to it when I need to. So here we go. We're inside his territory. Automated tight flex. He's running man here. Boom, Calvin Johnson, Agate. Get down, get out of bounds, and boom, we are cooking. We're at the 23-yard line. Next play, audible over to tight flex once again. Make my adjustments. This time motion over. Chad Johnson, we have a post, streak, a slant, and a zig. Right here, CeeDee Lamb wide open, boom. Big hit by Xavier Rhodes there, but we're inside the 10. Right here, we chuck it up to Tony G, and we score. I don't know how Tony G got that wide open, but he did. This is tight slots, and yeah, he just left him wide open. And he's got red zone threat, and you know, if you're that open, you're gonna catch it. So boom, there we go. We are tied just like that. Right before the 2-minute warning here. Sends 5 out, throws it to Pollard. Just a little check down route. Now we're to the 2-minute warning. All right, here we go. Big possession here once again. We get ball at half. If we can go for 2 for 1 here, that'd be amazing. If not, that's cool. We'll live to fight the second half. Again, these U-Trips players take forever, and boom, right there, Jimmy Smith gets hit by my man Anquan Bolden. Deep route knockout, knocks that out, and it's 3rd down and 9 here with the clock stopped. So he motions Jimmy Smith over. I have a hard flat on the right now. I'm only blitzing off the left. He motions over Jimmy Smith. I motion my linebacker back over to the left, but this time he motions him over all the way. So that in turn kind of helps. Right there, he goes a zig route, or not a zig route, a Texas route to his tight end. Luckily, Anquan Bolden is right there with that short route knockout once again. Knock it out. And he's 7 of 17. I feel like I'm locking down pretty well. Right here, 4th and 9, he's going for it. He is going for it on 4th and 9. And I'm bringing the house here. We're sending 5. Right here, I go to the tight end right away. Tight end's open. No, he's not. Anquan Bolden has that shit on lockdown. He's lit up too. Not a very good read there by the ops. Throwing it into pretty much triple coverage. Anquan Bolden runs the route for Dalton Schultz. And there you go. So now the momentum has been shifting back and forth and back and forth. He had a chance to go up 2 possessions with ball and didn't. Now I have a chance to go up a possession, and I get ball at halftime. 2 turnovers. This is an ugly game. 2 turnovers each. We both have been struggling on offense. Defenses came to play in this one. Here we go. Right there, he backed off his corner on the left, indicating he's not going to be blitzing. This time I motion over Chad Johnson. Megatron over to the right. Trying to get him on a normal streak route, but it's not working. Whatever, and I throw, that was kind of a suspect read, but Tony G, once again, he's the best tight end in the game, breaks 1 billion tackles, gets me 9 yards. He was going to lurk the corner route, the post route, and right there on that play, Harold Carmichael had a wide open path to the end zone for a touchdown. I knew he was in spinner right here. Harold Carmichael lights up, and he just runs into his DB and just gets caught up. And I get screwed out of a touchdown right there. So that really sucked. He was going to be wide open because I quick snapped him. Harold Carmichael being the big 6'8" monster that he is. I don't know. I don't know. 3rd and 1 here. You throw it to Carmichael, and my God almighty, yeah. The ugly half continues, and it continues, and it continues some more. We throw a pick 6. You throw him a pick 6. I feel like I'm playing so well on defense, and I'm just completely shitting myself on offense. Like, just making horrendous reads. I probably could have thrown 2 or 3 more interceptions than what I did here. Your boy is, for all intents and purposes, struggling AF right now. So yeah, I hand him the keys to the kingdom just like that once again. We're playing hot potato with the momentum here. This is a hot potato type game. But now he has a chance here. We have a chance here to go get points before half again. And hopefully I don't fumble it. Hopefully we don't throw another interception right here. Some nice little simple flooding concepts. We hit CeeDee Lamb on the little slant route, gain 9 yards right here. Go quick to the line, quick to the line. I'm going to throw it to Gus here is what it looks like. Snap the ball, boom. Gus is open there. We gain pretty big yardage. Stiff arm. Get down to inside his territory. We take a timeout. 1st and 10, 43-yard line, 49 seconds. Getting 3 here is good, but obviously getting 7 would be better. Fire motion over Chad, or I keep calling him Chad. What the hell? Why am I disrespecting Megatron like that? Megatron is motioned over right here. I'm bagged. I don't want to talk about it. It looks like I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell me I suck in the comments because, yeah, I suck. This game is proof in the pudding that I suck. 4 turnovers in the first half. Yeah, it's ugly. Right here, motion's over, give him a sack, 2nd and long. Like I said, I just feel I feel bad because I'm just letting myself down. Like, I'm playing so well on defense. Look, I got everyone except Dion lit up. But I just cannot do a damn thing on offense. I just can't. I'm literally a turnover machine. Right here, he motions over his tight end, which I think I re-man up some dudes. Yes, I do right here. So I man up Anquan Bolden now on his slot receiver, and then I man up Chad Johnson on the tight end. Right here, wasn't able to get the X Factor to touch him in time, so he was able to complete that. For only about 5 yards. 3rd and 14. Once again, I'm bagging pretty well. Right here, he goes to a doubles formation for the first time. Don't know why he did this. I'm really kind of baffled. Motioning, identifying the mic and stuff right here. I think that was an auto motion, so. Right here, pretty good user. Definitely he had that corner route over on the left. He had it. Luckily, I was able to get there in time with the blitz. Right here, he punts, and once again, we have opportunity to get points. Just get 3, man. Just get 3. It's not that hard. Right here, we hit up Tony G. Call timeout, 12 seconds left here to go. We just got to get about, 15 yards, right? Roughly, inside the 50. Right there, we get to the 49. Not going to be enough. 7 seconds left. No timeouts. We have got to get the ball out of bounds here on this play. Otherwise, we are SOL. And right here, Tony G open. Boom, we hit him. Gets a good animation, and we get out of bounds. There you can see my stat line. 10 of 15. 4 interceptions. 4 of my 5 incompletions have been to the other team. So yeah, I'm either throwing knots or I'm throwing blind reads to his team. And miraculously, somehow, someway, we are only down 4 points going into the break. And we get ball. So here we go. I return it to the 22. Right here, looks like I just ran the ball with Gus. We pick up a good chunk of yards. I think I might have ran base there out of tight doubles. That's a pretty good run right here. I saw that. I think he went to 2-man under right here. So I went to empty. This is a very good play out of empty. And CeeDee Lamb roasts. And Aaron Rodgers, there it is, what I was talking about earlier. Aaron Rodgers will do that from time to time. He will throw missiles, but then he will also throw missiles too far to where your receivers can't catch it. So he overthrew that one by a mile. Would have been potentially a touchdown. It would have been a huge gain. Instead, we have to settle there for an incompletion. That right there, we gain 8 yards. 3rd and 2, biggest play of the game so far for your boy. He's sending 5. There you can see the exclamation marks above his slot corners means they are blitzing. Thanks to the threat detector ability, which has been arguably one of the best abilities all year long because it basically tells you what you should run on offense. Right here, send 5 out, boom, and Megatron gets clapped, and he forces a 4th down and 2. So here we go. Once again, he ran shade down man for reasons I wish I knew. Right here. That route also fries against shade down man, and for some reason, Harold Carmichael is a double agent, and Alligator noodle arms it, and I was pretty upset, and he gets the ball right back. Which honestly, in this game, my defense has been my offense. That's the reality of the situation. So here we go. He's in field goal range once again. He has a chance to increase his lead by either 1 possession or 2 possession. There he goes again to the wheel route, the 3rd time that has happened to him all game. I didn't think that that could happen 3 times in one game, but damn it, it did. I kind of feel bad for him at the same time, but at the same time, I'm also like, whew, thank the Lord. That's been a glitch all year. That honestly sucks. Like, that sucks. 2nd down and 10 once again, motioning over Jimmy Smith. I think I screwed up. So, yeah, I screwed up some of my defense there. And boom. He was going to have CeeDee Lamb wide open, but luckily we were able to play pretty solid defense on that. And Jason Witten was able to sack him right there. Jason Witten, defensive tackle. I know, that's weird. Right here, 3rd down and 10. He's using up the clock. He's chewing up the clock here. Takes down to 3 seconds. Throws an out route. I don't know how that, I don't know how that was caught. Once again, Chad Johnson, what the hell? Why the ability to not work there is beyond me. But he was able to catch it. Right here, 4th and 4, he's going for it again. I feel like if he didn't go for it as much as he did, he'd probably be ahead by 2 or 3 possessions by now. But he's been going for it a lot right here. My responsibility is CeeDee Lamb right there. He throws it to Dalton Schultz instead. He was gonna have CeeDee Lamb wide open in the slot. Number 88 right here is my responsibility. He was gonna have him open because I ran into my own defender, but he threw it to Dalton Schultz, who had an AK or who had a X Factor lit up on him, and we got the ball back. This is an ugly game. This is not a pretty game for the faint of heart, but it's good. It's good in that way, right? Right there, we run draw. I've noticed now. I got this in the back of my mind. Okay, he cannot stop draw. So what does he do? He pinches his D line, which affects how the dollar blitz works. It doesn't work as well with the pinch D line right here, but he doesn't blitz. We throw a corner route, crazy lag, and we get screwed out of a big play again. So, yeah, that really sucks. 2nd and 10. Now we motion back over to bench, which he has not been able to stop as of late. There you can see we check it down underneath to Gus. Had to get it out quick. 3rd and 3 now. Back to tight slots. Very interesting route combination right here by your boy. Slant in the post coming across. Oh, no, there we go. We change it up. There, it hit Tony G. He does not have a KO on Malik Hooker, and we were able to complete that. Very tight window, though, on the zig route to Tony G. Right here, we're just going to quick snap verticals, and we do that. Hit up Tony G on the little wheel route there. 2nd down and 3. Clock ticking. Last play of the 3rd quarter here for your boy. Don't know what I'm going to do here. I think I better get a play off, right? Okay, yeah, I do. Megatron wide open, boom, leaves the post route open. Get inside to the 16-yard line, boom. There is the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter crunch time here. Bring a little slant in or slant out route with the crossing route combination right here. I step into the pocket and I get sacked. Brings up 2nd and long. Making hot routes, audible to draw the last second, which once again he has not been able to stop all game. We gained about 10 yards on it. We gained about 10 yards per clip on draw. Once again, that the draw draws his D-line in. Haha, I've got jokes.
Boo, you stink!
3rd and 3 here. Clock ticking. Got to get in the end zone, obviously. Settling for 3 is not going to be the move. Right here, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Look at how wide open Gus is. He is more wide open than a 50-mile field. But I decided to play hero ball, and very, very on brand for this game. We turned it over. 5 turnovers now. 5 freaking turnovers. But guess what? We still have a chance because my defense has been my offense this game. Here we flippin' go. Also, another thing about U-Trip's players is that they won't run the ball as much. They like to sling the pill, so you got to give them that. And right there, you can see his stat line, man. 9 of 24. 95 yards. That's not a very good completion percentage. That's less than 50%. What is that? 27% or some, I don't know, quick math. 8 out of 24 would be 25%, so maybe like 26, 27% right there. But I've turned the ball over 5 times. Oh, man, this is funny. This is the first time I'm watching this game back. It's what I normally do with my Inside the Mind. This is like the first time I watch it back, and just watching this back, it's like, man. Yeah, it might still, it's May, but man, I got a lot of cleaning up to do offensively. Right here, he motions over CeeDee Lamb out of trips tight end. And yeah, completely and utterly bagged. overthrows Jimmy Smith there. He tried to go for the corner route, but we had it guarded with not only Chad Johnson, but our user as well. 3rd and 10 once again. There's less than 3 minutes to go. He motions over Jimmy Smith for the millionth time. Motion blocks him in. My responsibility, CeeDee Lamb, and boom, the pressure gets home in the form of Chris Cattell and Ty Law. They eat up the quarterback, and he punts the ball once again. This game is insane. This game is absolutely ridiculous, and yeah, this is a perfect fit for an Inside the Mind video. So here we go. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. It is money drive time. Right here, we audible the tight doubles, run the ball, and Gus the Bus gains us about 9 yards. So yeah, I can run the ball. We can actually run the ball on this guy. We just can't really pass that well. 2nd and inches. Last play before the 2-minute warning. I think I take it down. Yes, I do there. Here we go. 2-minute warning. Biggest drive of the game, obviously, right here. He leaves Megatron open. This time, we get our feet in bounds. No lag and whatnot, and we complete the pass. Perfect game. Moving right along then, here's 2nd down, and our 1st and 10. Clock is stopped as we got out of bounds. We draw it up here with Gus the Bus. There's a nice little juke move inside. Do not press the turbo button. Helps out so much. Trust me. If you're a runner and you do press the turbo button right away, you are doing yourself a disservice. This is coming from someone who doesn't run the ball. Don't press the turbo button unless you need to, which is right trigger on both Xbox and PlayStation. Right here, we run the little the corner, post, in or out route, slant. Very popular combination out of pretty much any formation. Right here, I'm bagged, and he gets me down with Jason Witten. Pretty good defense here by him. 3rd and 5. We audible over to tight slots. Run this combo that I like to run right here. Hit the running back, Gus the Bus. All the way inside the 10-yard line. Big time play right there for you, boy. But once again, we're in the dead zone with a minute to go in this game. Here we go. Butt cheeks are getting clinched.
What did he say?
Pressure is ramping up. Do we make a play or do we fold for the 6th time this game? Right here. When in doubt, streaking out. Throw to Tony G. And just like that, after all of that, everything has been going on in this game, how bad I've been offensively, we have the lead with a minute to go, and he can't move the damn ball. Right here, I'm an idiot and kicked it out of bounds for reasons I wish I knew. Don't ever do that. Gave him basically only about 20 yards to work with to get in the field goal range. Little things like that can cost you games and, cost you winning games in regulation. So right here, he runs the ball. Really big waste of a down, in my opinion. He's only rushed 3 times for 8 yards. So yeah, the run game really hasn't been working for him, but neither has the passing game because we've been locking down right here. And like my adjustments that I had a feeling he was probably going to quick snap, so we'd call it a quick timeout, get things situated and everything. So here we go. 2nd and 10. He is motioning over Jimmy Smith right here. And I think he was throwing it to Megatron, I think, on the post route. Let me look. Check one more time. I was lurking the running back because I did left the running back man open, and yeah, things got weird there. 3rd and 10, 48 seconds. My opponent just has to get to about the 45-yard line to be in the field goal range. He motion blocks Jimmy Smith. We are bagging 10 central on this play. This route combo for him has not worked all game. It's only 3 routes too. So you're just playing into my hands, and right there, even with the motion blocking, we get Ty Law in off the left. He's 9 of 27, 95 yards. And here we go. 4th and 10. This is the game right here. Does he convert or will we win this game? It is about as ugly as you could possibly win a game. Right here, he motions Jimmy Smith over. My responsibility is CeeDee Lamb. He catches it. He's short by about 3 yards. I think he had CeeDee Lamb wide open in the seam right here. Yeah, I think he was scared that Chad Johnson was there. Also, my user, I don't know what my user is doing on this play. Like CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb has to be my assignment. And boom. I think he might have panicked a little bit, throws it to Jimmy Smith, and reluctantly, somehow, some way, by any means necessary, we got the job done, and we did because we played crazy defense against U-Trips. U-Trips can either gash you or you gash it. There's really no in between, right? because it's really predicated on big plays. It really is. And we were taking away a lot of what this guy wanted to do right here. We kneel the ball out. We secure the dub. We get the trophy packs and whatnot. So there it is. We get the job done. Ugly game. One of the ugliest games I've played in a hot minute. 5 disgustingly bad turnovers. So many momentum shifts early on. Not as many late in the game. But it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And we finished strong. Taking this dub here. GG's in the chat. My man was tough. You could see 35% completion percentage. Only 100 yards passing. I'd say you are going to win a lot of your games if you can hold your opponent to those numbers. Now you can see I went 232 for 2 touchdowns, but almost half of those incompletions were interceptions. So it might still be May, but we still got things to clean up. We can obviously still be so much better on both sides of the ball every single day, living, breathing moment that you play Madden. This, if anything you take away from this game, is that you might be struggling on one side of the ball or another, but if you just stay poised and you stay determined and you stay tried and true to what you do to try to lock a certain thing down or run a certain play on offense, stick with your guns, man, because you just never know how things are going to turn out. I thought I was dead in the water I don't know how many times in this game, but my defense gave me life, and it bailed me out at the end, and it got me this dub. Because if I told you that I won this game on offense, I'd be completely lying to you, because nope, not even close. 0% of this game was won on offense. All of it was won on the defensive end of the ball. And there you go. There is Inside the Mind episode 3 for you guys against, I would say he's a pretty solid U-Trips player. Not the best that I've played all year, but U-Trips is just a very big headache to play. It really is. It can give you problems, but you can also give your opponent problems, as you saw I did there throughout the course of that game. So thank you all for tuning in. We will see you in my last YouTube video of this week, which will be Golden Ticket gameplay. We're about to find out here very shortly what the first golden tickets of Madden 23 will be. Finishing up this recording right before they reveal them. So you guys will see this. It's again the day of golden tickets. Are you going to get every golden ticket? And if so, are you excited? Kind of optimistic? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Once again, these are not very common, very, regular videos, because my voice, it feels it feels like Dookie after these videos, after speaking for such a long time. So that's it. I'm out. Have a good one. Happy golden ticket season. We'll see you guys in the next one.